Hi everyone, it's week 3. We're halfway through the semester. This is my weekly touch base chat, whatever you want to call it. You all are doing a really great job at getting your Sims charts done. Um, I do want to remind everyone because I have seen a little bit of issue with it. If you go in and do your Sims chart and do your step-by-step assignment and you back out of it and you still see your blue link for that number that you're working on, that means that you didn't hit the submit assignment button, which also means that I can't see your work. So I'll be emailing you or sending you a message. So if you still see that blue link after you've done your Sims chart assignment, click on that blue link again, and on the page that comes up, if you scroll down to the bottom and you look on the bottom left, it'll say submit assignment. Be sure to hit that button. Then your blue link should go away. If your blue link goes away, that means the assignment's been submitted and I can see it. Another thing I'm noticing is you have to be sure that when you're working on your Sims chart assignment, that you scroll to the bottom of every page that you're on. And if you see an orange save button, hit that button before you move on. Because if you don't, it doesn't save your work. And then when I go in to do the audit, it looks like you didn't do it. So I just wanted to do a friendly reminder about that. Um, also, um, not so much in these online classes am I seeing it, but some students, if you see that page that's kind of blank, it just says evolve on it, and it has your name at the top right hand corner, that means your pop-up blockers are still on, or somehow they got turned back on after you turned them off. Just go up to the top right of your screen. You should see a little box with a little red dot in it. Click on that box, and then it should say allow or do not allow blockers. Hit your allow, back all the way out, go back into your Sims chart, and it should work. If this isn't happening for you or you're seeing something different, please let me know so we can Zoom together and I can kind of troubleshoot it for you. And I just wanted to remind everybody as well um, that this week, in week 3, you have a lot of work to do. So plan it because it all has to be done by Sunday this week, including your midterm. I think you have 5 Sims charts to do. You have your assignment worksheet to do, and you have your midterm to do. And I can't remember right off the top of my head if you also maybe have an NHA to do, plus your discussion question. Reminder on discussion questions, remember to respond to 2 classmates. Um, your initial post is due every Wednesday. And when you're responding to 2 classmates, be sure that you're putting more than great job, excellent post. So if it's about, we'll use the last one, which was about the HIPAA compliance rule for your medical records. If I were to say something like, Mr. Jones had every right by compliance to only give what he wanted sent to the other doctor, and you cite your source that you use, maybe you add some facts in there from the site you sourced, You can respond by saying, yes, I think Mr. Jones was within his rights, but I think that we should all check and make sure that a history and physical goes along with whatever records he checked. Something to that effect works for your responses. But if you notice, if you just put good job or I like your post, it's not enough per the instructions for the discussion questions. This week, I've already posted your um, I already posted your tutoring recording for this week. I think EHR is more towards the end of it, but I did go over all three, and I showed you how to do order entry on your Sims chart in that recording, so you have that. If you have any questions on that recording, or you're struggling and you're not understanding what you're doing on your Sims charts, let me know. Being able to do order entry on an electronic health record is important. A lot of times, depending on the specialty that you have, gynecology, they send prescriptions for mammograms a lot. So you need to be able to know how to do that outside order if they're going to have a mammogram done on the outside, or if you work for an orthopedic and you need an x-ray on the outside. So if you're struggling with that when you do your Sims chart, let me know. Your correspondence are important as well because a lot of stuff is done online. The practice management company I work for, a lot of their billers request pre-auth online, and you have to be able to respond to the pre-auth. We have to call because they take forever to get back to you. I'm here to tell you in real life. So we call about every 3 or 4 days to check on a pre-auth to see if it's been approved. Because if you don't push some of these insurance companies, they'll never get it back to you. But at the same time, when we're requesting our pre-auth and sending it, we want to make sure that everything is on there, because I've seen that happen too, where the biller didn't put the date of birth, or they missed a portion of the pre-auth request. Maybe they typed the wrong code in there. I've done that myself. Um, you transpose numbers, that sort of thing. And so the pre-auth will sit there because it has to be reviewed longer. And that's why we have the practice of the company that I work for is to make sure that everything's okay on it. So we call, or in some instances, you can go online and do a status check. So it's important what you're doing this week on your Sims chart are everyday things that you're going to use when you're actually out there in the field. Um, so if you have any trouble, if you have any questions, you all have my phone number. Text me, email me, whatever you have to do, because I want to be sure that you understand what you're doing. Because as I said, when you go out into the field, this is exactly how it's going to be. So we're halfway there. Don't forget your midterm this week. And I will also be sending out midterm progress reports for anybody that's below a 70, um, with some instruction on what we can do to bring the grade up. I might also call people. Um, some of you have already received phone calls from me this past weekend, and the goal is to get you through this class with the highest grade possible. So I hope you all have a great week. You've done a great job so far, and let's keep the momentum going.